What if you could beat a casino? Not with luck, but with pure, undeniable logic. I mean, what if you found a secret hidden deep inside a machine that guaranteed you'd win every single time? Well, today, we're breaking down one of the most incredible stories from the world of gambling, where a simple sequence of button presses completely cracked the code of a Las Vegas casino.
And we are talking about an insane amount of money, over $500,000. And look, this wasn't some slow grind over a lifetime of gambling. This was all pulled from a single casino in just a few days.
And here's the real kicker. This wasn't some Ocean's 11-style heist with crazy gadgets or an inside man. It was all done using the machine's regular buttons, the same ones you or I could press. So how on earth is that even possible? Okay, let's dive into this.
Our story really kicks off with a string of wins. So perfect, so impossible, it sent casino security into a total tailspin.
The guy at the center of all this was named John Kane. And get this, Kane wasn't some professional hacker or software genius. He was a classically trained pianist. But he had this incredible knack for finding patterns. And in 2009, at the Silverton Casino in Las Vegas, he found the pattern of a lifetime, buried inside the most popular video poker machine in the world.
So, to really understand how he did it, we've got to get into the nature of the flaw he found. This wasn't about chance, it was all about the code.
And this right here is the absolute key. You see, casinos are built on probability, right? On random number generators that are designed to make sure the house always has an edge. But the flaw Kane found? It had nothing to do with luck. It was a pure logic error, a crack in the machine's basic programming that turned a game of chance into an absolute certainty.
The machine was the IGT Game King, which is like the Toyota Camry of casinos. They're everywhere. The problem wasn't the physical hardware, though. It was buried deep inside its software, a very specific bug in firmware version 5.0. It was like a ghost lurking in the code of millions of machines all over the world.
So what exactly was this bug? Well, technically, it's called a state management error. But let's make that simpler. Imagine you put $1 into a vending machine, but then, because of some weird glitch, the machine lets you pick the $5 bag of chips and just spits it out. The machine basically forgot how much money you actually put in. That's exactly what was happening here. So finding the bug is one thing, but Kane figured out how to trigger it on command. This is where the real genius comes in. Here's how he did it, and it was a really precise sequence. First, Kane would play at the lowest possible stake, just 1 penny, until he hit a huge jackpot, like a royal flush. Now, the most important part was step 2. He would not cash out. Instead, he'd use a specific sequence of menu buttons which basically froze that winning hand in the machine's memory. Then, the master stroke. He'd switch the machine's denomination all the way up to the maximum, $1, and then hit the cash out button. Because of that state management error, the machine would pay out the 1 penny jackpot at the $1 value. He was amplifying his winnings by 100 times every single time. You know, a winning streak this perfect, this methodical, it couldn't go unnoticed forever. The fight was about to move from the casino floor to a federal courtroom.
Kane brought in a friend, Andre Nestor, and they started hitting casinos all over. But here's the beautiful irony. The very logic that made them win is also what got them caught. Their wins were just too perfect, too consistent. On July 3, 2009, Kane hit several massive jackpots so fast that it set off all kinds of alarms. Surveillance footage showed his bizarre button-pressing routine, and pretty soon, the FBI was on the case. They were arrested.
And the charge was really serious. They weren't just accused of theft. They were charged under the Federal Computer Fraud and Abuse Act. That's a law they usually use to go after malicious hackers who break into secure government or corporate systems.
This whole thing set the stage for a landmark legal battle. And really, the entire case boiled down to this one profound question. If you find a flaw in a system that's open to the public, and you use that flaw to your advantage, have you actually committed a crime? Is that really the same thing as hacking?
So the prosecution probably thought they had a slam-dunk case of computer fraud, but the defense came back with an argument that was as simple as it was absolutely brilliant.
And the crucial point is this. The defense argued that Kane and Nestor never brought in any outside tools. They didn't modify the machine. They didn't write a single line of code. Every single button they pushed was provided by the casino for anyone to use. Their point was, if a specific sequence of those public buttons causes a malfunction, that's not the user's crime. That's the programmer's mistake.
And in what was a pretty stunning decision, the judge completely agreed. In 2012, federal judge Miranda Dew ruled that what they did just didn't meet the legal definition of illegal access.
Why? Because they never bypassed any security. They didn't hack a password or break into a system. They just operated the machine in an unusual, but not illegal way.
With that ruling, the prosecution's entire case just collapsed. All the charges were dropped. John Kane and Andre Nestor walked right out of the courtroom, totally free.
So yeah, this case is an amazing casino story, but it's also about way more than that. It's really a lesson about the hidden rules that govern all the complex systems around us every day.
So, what's the big takeaway from all this? Well, for one, it proves that no system is perfect. But it also shows us that our world runs on a kind of hidden code, and not just in machines. Think about it. The apps on your phone, the loyalty programs at stores, even the social rules at your job. They're all systems, and they all have a specific logic. And sometimes that logic has a flaw, a loophole the designers never intended. Finding that isn't about breaking the rules. It's about understanding them better than anyone else.
And this really gets to the heart of it all. Kane wasn't gambling. He was just executing a logical sequence that had a predictable outcome. He wasn't playing the game anymore. He was playing the system itself. He found that one logical branch in the code where he was guaranteed to win.
And that kind of leaves us with a final thought, doesn't it? We interact with dozens of systems every single day, most of which we just take for granted. This story is just a powerful reminder that there are always hidden rules, these logical paths that most people never ever see. It really makes you wonder, what tiny, overlooked flaw in a system you use every day is just waiting for someone to press the buttons in the right order?
多謝你睇到最後。如果你想成為職業賭徒，或者對成為職業賭徒有興趣，想學更多更深嘅實戰內容，甚至揾一個可以實際操作、可以合作嘅地方，你都可以聯絡我。聯絡我嘅方法好簡單，我嘅 WhatsApp 聯絡方法就放咗喺頻道主頁頻道簡介嗰度。有興趣嘅話，歡迎出嚟食個下午茶，大家互相了解一下。如果你本身有技術，但係唔清楚邊度可以安全有效咁樣去操作，或者你已經係一個非常熟練嘅職業賭徒，想揾人一齊合作，甚至乎你嘅工作同我哋可能有協同關係，例如你係網上賭場嘅莊家、中介人或者信用網有關嘅角色，都同樣歡迎你聯絡我。我哋而家做緊嘅唔單止係實體賭場嘅漏洞，更多反而集中咗喺網上賭場，因為我已經退咗休啦。對一啲唔需要親力親為，可以系統化操作嘅項目，我反而更有興趣，亦都更有空間落力去做。再加上網上賭場嘅操作冇時間同地域嘅限制，無論規模效率定係持續性，都比單純做實體賭場優勢更多。而且我哋而家已經有能力，幾乎喺所有主流嘅網上賭場做到穩陣贏錢。現階段最重要、最稀缺嘅，其實係能夠保證收錢結算順利嘅合作夥伴。如果你有辦法揾到可以保證收錢結算順利嘅網上平台，或者你而家本身已經係身處喺呢一個環境入邊，無論你係平台、莊家、營運方，都歡迎你聯絡我。只要大家目標係一致，條件清楚，大家就可以一齊賺大錢。我而家退咗休，時間比較多咗，有乜嘢想了解嘅話，都歡迎你聯絡我食個下午茶。聯絡嘅方法就已經放咗喺頻道簡介入邊。最後，如果你覺得呢條片幫到你嘅話，希望你喺下邊留個言、點個讚，增加下演算法，等更多人可以睇到呢條片。咁我又更加有心機去做更多嘅片。多謝晒，下一條片再見，拜拜。
各位好，我就开门见山了。我是个已经退休的职业赌徒，目前正在找寻一些新的合作伙伴。如果你对这个圈子有兴趣，那接下来的内容你可要仔细听了。
我做事一向很直接，不喜欢拐弯抹角，所以如果我接下来讲的你有那么一点点兴趣，那就出来喝杯茶聊一聊，没有任何压力。这就是我们合作的开始。好的，那我就直接说明这次公开邀请的具体内容。我想把所有事情都摊开来讲，清清楚楚。
没错，就是我本人。我说自己退休，是指我已经不做那种每天泡在赌场里的事了。我现在想做的是格局更大的事，而这需要新的伙伴加入。我锁定的对象其实很广，不管您是想入行的新手，还是已经在业界打滚，想更上一层楼的老手，只要你觉得自己是个人才，我都想跟你聊聊。
那我具体来说，到底在找哪些人呢？我们来看看我心目中理想的合作对象有几种类型。
你可以看到我的范围拉得很广，想成为职业赌徒的、现役的赌徒，这些当然是基本盘，但更重要的是，我对那些已经在体制内的人非常感兴趣。比方说，你在网络赌场当庄家、做中介，或者跟信用网有关，甚至是平台端跟营运端的人员。为什么？因为你们懂这个系统是怎么运作的，你们的观点对我来说非常有价值。
好了，那我们的计划核心是什么？策略是什么？很简单，2个字：线上。我们的战场已经完全转移到网络赌场哦。 为什么要从实体赌场转移？几个原因。首先，我个人真的累了，不想再过那种需要亲力亲为的日子。我想要的是可以系统化运作的模式。但更关键的是，你看这个比较，实体赌场跟网络赌场根本不是同一个量级的。网络赌场没有时间地点限制，它的潜力、效率、规模都远远超过实体赌场，未来就在这里。
接下来就是我整个提案最核心的一点。我的团队，我们已经有能力在几乎所有主流的网络赌场做到稳定赢钱。你没听错，我们已经破解了游戏规则，可以稳定的创造利润。这时候你可能会想，既然你们都能稳定赢钱了，那还需要我干嘛？问得好，这就带到了我们整个计划最关键也最缺乏的一块拼图。
你先想一下这个问题，如果你真的掌握了一套稳赢不赔的系统，你最大的挑战会是什么？绝对不是怎么赢更多钱，钱就在那里等你拿。那真正的困难点在哪？
答案揭晓，我们真正的瓶颈不是赢钱的技术，而是收钱。我们最大的挑战就是找到能够保证收钱、结算顺畅的合作对象。说白了，就算你在线上赢了一大笔，平台方不让你提款，那也只是荧幕上的一串数字而已。所以，让我把话说得更白一点，我这次要找的不是技术更强的人，我们的技术已经够了。我在找的是能帮我们打通金流的人。我们需要可靠的收款渠道，不管你是能找到配合的平台，还是你本身就在这条产业链上能解决收钱问题的人，就是我们现在最需要的伙伴。
所以，如果你听到这里，觉得自己可能就是我们要找的那个人，那我们就来谈谈下一步该怎么走。流程非常简单。第一步，在我的简介里找到我的 WhatsApp， 联络我。第二步，我们约个时间喝下午茶，就像我一开始说的，轻松聊聊，看看彼此的目标是不是一致。如果感觉对了，那第三步，我们再深入讨论合作的细节。我是真心这么认为的。只要我们的目标一致，条件从一开始就讲清楚，那合作的空间绝对是超乎想象的大。我们要做的是把整个系统规模化、效率化，让参与的每一个人都能赚到大钱。最后，我留一个问题给你思考：在这个数位的赌局里，你觉得谁才是真正掌握权力的人？是那个拥有稳赢系统的玩家，还是那个能控制现金流的人？你想想看，如果你是后者，那你就是我要找的人，联络个吧。